again, and welcome back to my channel. It's another week with me. This week I kind of wanted to change things up a little bit because I actually got a package in the mail that I'm pretty excited about. Spent my own money on it, so I'm not sponsored yet, guys. Don't go crazy. These 20 views a week are doing great things. But I got this in the mail. It's actually from, can you have any guesses? Any guesses? From ColourPop. It's the Hocus Pocus line. Cute. I usually don't keep boxes, but that's like real cute. So I got a couple things and I figured I would open them up and use them for the first time on camera and play with it and kind of put together a look inspired by the palette. Kind of also do this as like a first impression. I honestly haven't really purchased a lot of ColourPop in my life. I bought my sister the Elsa palette last year and I bought the Mulan palette for myself and those two blushes. That was actually the first thing I got. So this is the second thing for me personally that I got. I just thought the line was really cute. But what's cool about ColourPop so far is they're, you know, cruelty free, which I really like. And they're also really affordable. They're made in California. So if you want to see what kind of look I put together and how I feel about the Hocus Pocus ColourPop collaboration, then just keep watching. They had an eyeshadow palette, they had a couple of different like lip kits, they had these wet glitters, and then they had eyelashes, and then they had liners. I did the liner trio, and then I did the two potted liquidy glitters, and then I did the eyeshadow palette. We'll go with the liners first. This is the first shade, it's the purpley tone, it's called Trick or Treat. So far I really like the packaging altogether, like the little intricacies and the little like details on it are super cute. The liners have like little eyes drawn on them. I don't know why I'm swatching. Kimmy's not a swatcher. The next shade is Black Flame Candle. It's the green color. Same little detail, super cute. Does it have, and it has a, no, it doesn't. I'm confused. I don't know if this has a sharpener, but I'll Google it and link it down below. Oh, it broke. Okay, well that's not a good start. So this is like the green tone. Super creamy, super soft. Pretty pigmented it seems like. So that's nice. We'll see like what their wearing power is. And then this shade is the shade Sisters, which is kind of like a red tone. The outside of it looks more like burgundy, but the inside of it, it's more of like a coppery red. Can you see that? Am I good at swatching? I'm not gonna swatch the entire palette because that's just boring. I'll see if I'll use the liners in this look today. I honestly have no idea what kind of look I'm gonna do just yet, but we'll just see where the day takes me. So this is the Gather Round Sisters pressed powder palette, and that's what the inside of it looks like. The shades in it crack me up more than anything. Full Moon, Hello Salem, Brew Potion, On Toast, Coven, Come Little Children, Tis Firm, Thackeray Binks, Yabos, I Call It a Bus, Wench, Night of Frolic, Dead Man's Toe, Bewitched, and Goodbye Cruel World. Inside is really cute as well. I was inspired a lot by this palette because I've been wanting some kind of mossy tones in my life, so I think that might be where I play around today. But it's got them like animated, cute. And then last but not least, I got the two glitterily obsessed glitter gels in the shade Another Glorious Morning and Amok. So these, I feel like you can use them a bunch of different ways. Like you see like the fucking Coachella looks where it's just like on the cheek or just all over their face. But you can put them on the eyes too, you just gotta be careful. Yeah, so the packaging looks like that. It's so cute. This is honestly the reason why I wanted some of the collection. It's just because of him. But it's just the standard like potted glitter. This one's cool because it's like a purpley tone. And that was the Amok. And then this one is the Another Glorious Morning. It's more of like a yellow gold situation. So let's do this. All right, so I've already got my base on, I've already got my brows on, and I just primed my eyeballs. So let's jump into an eye look. Like I said, I'm gonna go in with more of like the mossy tones today. I'm gonna start with Hello Salem in my crease is like my transition color. And that's a really good transition color for me. It's basically just like 2 shades darker than my skin tone. Got a little bit of like a peachy orange vibe. And these are pretty pigmented so far, like, or at least that first color is pretty pigmented, so that's nice. So now I kind of want to deepen that a little bit with the shade on Toast. So I'm going to work kind of in this fourth column here and see where that takes me. I'm going to place that just kind of below that transition color. So far I really like the pigment on these. Literally just doing like a couple taps in with my brush and dusting off that excess. And so now I'm going to go in with that matte mossy green color called Bewitched. I'm doing my usual situation where I just kind of pack it on with a flat brush, and then I'm going to go in and buff because I like to lay down that initial shape. And then it's essentially just going to be like a build of that color. So I'm going to go back in with it on a fluffier brush and then just kind of pack and blend on top. There is a little bit of fallout with this color, but that's kind of common in darker tones in general. So just be aware that usually I would have done my face last, but just try to save time on these videos, you know? I'm not too concerned about my lower lash line and how some of it's kind of falling down there because I'm gonna buff out and do like a smoky lower lash line too. Take the shade Yabos, that metallic mossy green. We're gonna play with that. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's coming off more like gold. Yeah, so that's a weird shade. In the palette, it looks more of like a mossy green, but on the eye, it's definitely coming off more of like, I guess like a greenish gold. So it's not bad, it's still pretty. It goes with the eye look really well. I'm just gonna go back and forth until I get the depth and the coloring that I want. Now I kind of want to take this, like the shade Brew Potion. It's another one of those like pressed glitters. And I'm just gonna pop that on top. Just so I can get a little bit of like a feel, because obviously they have some like satiny glitter ones, and then this one is just like a straight up pressed glitter. So I want to see how they all play together, and it looks like it's pretty good. Alright, so I went ahead and did my upper lash line and my mascara off camera, and so now I'm gonna go in with my under eyes, and I want to use one of the gel liners. Like I want to use, so I can get a first impression of it, I want to use the green, but the green liner is way different than the green that's in the actual palette, so I'm not sure if these will be completely the same, but I wanted to get everything a fair shot. I'm kind of lining just directly below my waterline, and I'm not sure how quickly these dry down, so I'm going to blend out one side at a time, but it's obviously super creamy and super pigmented. I could do that with just like a couple of light strokes, which is really nice because you don't want anything that's going to like tug or pull at the under eye too much. Okay, and those greens go a little bit more together once you start to buff it out. I'm just going to buff out that line and kind of wing it up into that darker section. And then I'm going to get real Uncle Fester with it, and I'm going to really buff out that lower lash line because I love that with like kind of the mossy look. So I'm going to take just like a flat brush in that same Bewitched shade, which is just that matte green, and I'm going to press it right on top of that liner. And then I'm going to take a small little pencil brush and some of that On Toast shade and run that directly on top of it. And blend it up into that upper section. So yeah, I would say for the eyeshadows, I actually really like them. They blend it out pretty nicely. Some of the colors are a little deceiving in the palette, but I only used 4. But overall, I feel like I was able to get the look that I was thinking of pretty easily. So I would say for the price and for the amount that you get, I feel like it's a really good palette and a really good deal. It's also freaking cute. So there's that. Let me do my cheeks and everything really quick, and then I will try out the glitters. Are we gonna go full like e-girl? I don't know. So I got my cheeks on, and I actually did my lip off camera too, and I thought it was funny because my lipstick is me and Josh, and I'm wearing the same hairdo. But this is just a peachy, like pink color from Sephora collection. But now I want to try some of these glitters. Probably do the gold one because that'll go with my look, even though it doesn't really matter. I could do whatever I wanted because I'm not doing anything today. But to be sanitary, I'm just going to take a little brush and kind of scoop some out to the back of my hand. Now with glitters like these, since they're wet, you want to work relatively quickly. Let's see, should we do it as a highlight? Should we do it as a highlight? We'll act like I'm 20. Okay, cute. Yeah, this is definitely very like Coachella vibes, but it could also be just Halloween vibes too, you know? And take excess on the eyes. You always just want to be careful with like chunkier glitters like this, just because you don't want them to get in your eyeballs. Okay, well, it may have gotten out of hand. All right, so yeah, this is very TikTok. This is very Coachella. This is very not my age group. But if I was still working at Sephora, I would probably do my makeup at some point like this, because that's you were able to have a little bit of fun and do whatever you want with it. But so far, I actually really am happy with this collection. I'm glad I mean, it wasn't that much money, but I'm glad the products that I got seem to work the way that I would want them to. I'll probably try to do more with like the purple and the burgundies in the palette next, because I tend to really like those colors on myself anyways. This isn't as like a vivid mossy green as I would like, but it's subtle, and I like like the play with the kind of brownie orange tone. Like I said, very Uncle Fester vibes. I'm into it. The glitters are fun. Obviously, it's like a very occasional thing that I would probably do. And the liners are also really nice too. The liners are super pigmented and really soft, so like I said, they don't tug at the eye or they don't do any of that. But yeah, overall I'm pretty pleased with it. I will say I believe this collection is sold out currently on ColourPop.com. I know it just launched on Ulta. Today's Wednesday, so I think it just launched on Ulta yesterday or the day before. ColourPop has said that they are restocking on their website at some point, so just keep an eye out for that if you're interested. I honestly signed in like 2 minutes before it dropped and I was able to get some of it, whereas I was reading online a lot of other people like were having some troubles with it. So I would check out your local Ulta or on the website or ColourPop's website if you're interested in picking up any of these goodies. Let me know if you want to see more review videos. I don't have a lot of money, so I can't really go and like pick out the latest and greatest thing or any of that, but if there's something that you're like, hey, this sounds really cool, can you try this? I would see if it's something I can afford and I can do, you know? If you want to see more first impression videos or something along those lines, I could do like monthly favorites or different things along the standard YouTube realm. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment below how excited you are that it's officially the Halloween season and it gives you the excuse to watch Hocus Pocus as much as you want. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's video. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next week.